That's that. All we know is Kyle's literally getting nothing from this, and me and Hunter will just probably lose. So don't worry. I'm sure Kyle has.
Nothing is what I'd get if I watched it too. So
I am sure that Kyle.
Call it even.
I'm sure that Kyle will have actual predictions for the rest of these fucking conferences. So
yeah, I do. Want to move to Microsoft? Here we go.
Yes. Hang on. I'm just gonna put Xbox. So I'm gonna throw it to Hunter first. What's your first? Sorry, Kyle. Wait your turn. What is your first prediction for Xbox?
All right. I feel like it's been long enough since we've seen Senua's Saga get a reveal for that to pop up again.
Okay. Is that your prediction?
Yeah, hopefully with I don't know.
I give you a counter prediction. I predict that Senua's Saga will not show up at all. I counter argue you.
I give you support, Hunter. I think Senua's Saga is going to show up because it's on my list too.
Okay, let's do a 2-for-1, right? If it does show up, you both get a point.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but if it doesn't show up, I get 2 because you both double down on it. And if it is there, I only lose 1 because I'm in the fucking minority stake here. That's what we're just gonna do. If 2 people want to put the same prediction down and someone goes against it, they get double if they're right. That's what I'm saying. Spice it up, add a bit of fire. But no, do you know why the reason I don't think it's gonna happen, Hunter? Is because I think that game's not ready, and I think Microsoft is fed up of showing cinematic trailers, and I feel like they're just gonna be like, if we don't have gameplay, we're not gonna show it. So that's my reasoning behind it. And they don't as hell have gameplay because I still think that game's like a year off. So we'll see. But no, I like it. We'll see. Spicy bet. Kyle.
Yeah.
I think that Halo Infinite is going to get a release date.
Do you? I've also written this down.
Yeah, I do.
Go for it. I'll follow you. Is that it?
Go for what?
Oh.
Go for what? That's the prediction. It's getting a release date.
That's so boring. You didn't go, I've looked at the calendar and I'm putting it down on here for an extra point.
In 2022.
Oh, is that it? Is that what you're saying, 2022?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Just to mess with you.
Mine's a little bit different. Here's mine. Halo Infinite multiplayer is revealed along with another story trailer for the campaign. It has a November release, which is what I'm that's my full-on prediction. Just extra swag points. It's not going to be an actual point if I get it right. My guessing of the release date is November 5th, 2021. That is my guess of the release date.
So
See?
I'm just going to say this because I thought of this to say and then checked the calendar to make sure it was a Friday, so September 17th.
You think it... Oh, really?
Not for real, but, I'll throw it out there.
Okay, throw it out there.
For sure.
Do you want to give at least a month on the 2022, Kyle? Are you going to at least guess a month? Is that a no?
Yeah,
He's
sure.
He's just looking into the oblivion.
I'm just looking at my calendar.
Just put the rain on you, dude. You literally did like a Hello Darkness, my old friend kind of fucking look. You're just like aimlessly.
When will my husband return from war?
They're making me talk about Halo still.
Like, oh god, is this still going?
Halo Infinite's still not out.
We'll throw down February
Okay.
2022.
Spicy. Okay.
Just in time for Breath of the Wild 2 to come out.
Okay. Well, you talked about me getting cooked on Halo Infinite. I'm going to do a prediction that cooks myself. You ready for this one?
Oh,
Forza Horizon 5 is announced and is releasing in late 21. I have a mental breakdown because it's technically not Forza Motorsport 5 and fantasy critics will punish me for it and not count it. So it'll count as actual Forza 5 being delayed to 2022. That is my full-on prediction. Is they're going to just announce the Horizon game instead. Will they show a car for bonus swag points? No.
Yes.
They will not show a car.
Yes, they will. There's always a car.
It's a digital event. They don't have a stage to bring it out.
It's a digital event. Are they going to
There's always a car, dude. They'll make it work.
Phil Spencer just drives into the fucking studio, like fucking in his Lamborghini.
Here in my garage with my Lamborghini.
Exactly.
I didn't have the other Forza game being announced, but I did have this one being pushed.
Okay. Is that one of yours?
There was
cool.
That. Yeah.
Say it with pride, Hunter. Say it with pride. Get it out there as if it's gonna happen. These predictions right now are just, this'll happen maybe, and it's like, no.
Well, yeah, we already said
double
everything
down,
that we say is gonna happen.
all or nothing, guys. All or nothing. Tell me what it is, dude. Tell me what it is.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartbreak, dude. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I want it that way, dude. Anyway, Hunter, prediction. Other than Forza, I'm not counting that. You literally give me another prediction that isn't Forza.
Probably something Fable related. Maybe another teaser.
Okay. Interesting. I've written down at the end of mine, this was one prediction that is interesting that you brought this up as your second. My final line has a very intriguing sentence that says, no Hellblade, no Fable, no Everwild. Those are my three where I'm saying that none of them are showing up. That is my prediction.
Wild.
That's the new Rare game.
It's
the new Rare game. My reason is Hellblade and Fable are kind of similar, where I feel like Hellblade has a higher chance of showing up than Fable or Everwild, because I feel like that game's the closest to being done out of the three of them. But my thing with Fable and Everwild is I don't think they just want to show CG trailers anymore unless they're announcing video games. And Fable's nowhere near fucking done. Some people,
I've heard
people say that Fable's nearly done,
and be like, okay, throw it on the list, I guess.
Fable's not done. People that are like, oh, Fable's further along than you think, I'm like, bet. I don't believe it is. Because why would they have... If it's so far along, why have all we heard about it is a really random CG trailer that didn't even give you an ounce of idea of what the game is? I doubt it. Everwild's closer than Fable. Write that one down. That's not a prediction, but write that one down. Kyle. Do you have anything spicy?
Yeah. Super spicy.
Ooh, let me...
Caliente spicy.
Me gusta. Let's hear it.
I think that Perfect Dark is gonna get a gameplay trailer and a 2020 or 2022 release date.
That is spicy. I can see
release window.
I feel like Perfect Dark came out of nowhere when it was finally announced, where everyone was like, "Oh shit, it's coming back, cool." But I would not be surprised if they've been working on this game forever. It does seem like something where it's like that to me.
Perfect Dark is the initiative game, right?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay, yeah,
They've been working on it for ages.
Because the initiative was always it's the one that I keep hearing people be like, "Oh, this is the studio for them or whatever, or it's going to be blah blah blah."
It was like it was the rumbling studio. It was like Sony San Diego, which turned out to be fucking nothing, right? But Initiative was kind of in that domain where it's like everyone knew it existed and it was there just doing its thing, and everyone was like, "We have no clue what you're fucking doing, but it's gonna be big." And luckily for Xbox, it was big because it was Perfect Dark, unlike Sony San Diego, which turned out to be a couple of people in a closet making a Last of Us remake. But no, I do not have Perfect Dark on my list. I think that's a good shout, to be honest. I think that's a good one. I like that one, Kyle. I like your thinking.
Thank you. I told you I'd make up for Summer Games Fest.
And you have, man. Here's one for me. Psychonauts 2 gets a final trailer and a release date. It will release this summer. It won't be it won't just be an insta drop. It will just be a game that comes out in the summer, probably in like July or August. Day and date Game Pass. And I think that they're going to be saying that a lot. I feel like a lot of games in the show, they're going to give a release date and they're going to very much specify day and date Game Pass is the thing that they're going to keep saying. It's out here.
I had Game Pass Roundup. Yeah. I had Game Pass Roundup on my list.
I was going to be ballsy. There was a small part of me that was going to make a prediction of every game that's at this conference will be day and date Game Pass. I was going to make one of those, but I decided against it because I'd already put some spicy stuff. I was like, I don't know. Hunter, do you have any others, or are you out already?
I didn't have a game one, but I had like a silly at least like 5 to 10 minutes will be dedicated to trying to brainwash you into getting Game Pass.
Yeah. I have a generic one where I say at least one.
The words Game Pass gets said at least 50 times.
Yeah, exactly. My one was like at least one new Xbox Game Studios game will be announced. There'll be at least one new thing. What is it? No fucking clue. Probably a new IP. But that was one. Do you have any more, Kyle? Do you have any?
No.
Right, I have one third-party one, which I think is going to be pretty wild, but I think I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to take the L on this one if it doesn't happen. But Phil's wanted this game on Xbox for so long, so I'm just going to go for it, guys. I'm just going to go for it. Persona 5 Royal is announced for Xbox platforms and is releasing on Game Pass. That's it. That is it. Oh, I also wrote Nintendo fans will cry because Xbox gets it first. That is also my...
I read something yesterday that was like, I hope that Strikers never comes to Xbox. And Royal never comes to or Persona 5 never comes to the Switch.
So everyone's
so
paying.
That nobody has all of them.
But no,
that'd be funny.
The reason I'm going with this time round is it's not because of these. There's some rumors this week that it had been on like a games ratings board for Xbox. I don't believe that for a fucking second because anyone can make that shit up. The reason why is because for the longest time, Phil Spencer has wanted JRPGs on Game Pass on Xbox, sorry. And the ones that he always fucking mentioned all the time were Kingdom Hearts, which he eventually got on over. He mentioned Final Fantasy. He got a load of them, the older Final Fantasy games, onto Game Pass. The next one that he went after was Yakuza. And Yakuza has now got to a point, really, where its branding is with Xbox in the West, at least, where Yakuza Like a Dragon was exclusive to Series X. It didn't come to PS5 until later. The other one that he always has brought up is Persona. He's wanted Persona to no longer be a PlayStation exclusive. And I honestly think that Phil might have just handed them the money to fucking port it. I genuinely think this is one of those times where this isn't Atlas going, where are we putting it Xbox? I think this is definitely Xbox going there and going, just fucking release the game. Here's the money, just do it. And I think it's time.
Just take it and go.
And I don't think it's going to be on Nintendo Switch. At least not now. We'll get into more Nintendo stuff later, but specifically Nintendo fans will be pissed. And that is my prediction.
Laugh a lot.
I will.
That'll be very funny if that happens. I'm going to enjoy that.
And I just want to specify, a load of people will be mad, because a load of people will be mad that it's not on Nintendo Switch, and a lot of people will be mad that it's no longer an exclusive. And I just want to say that both of those fucking groups can go die in a hole because it's so fucking stupid.
Get over yourselves.
Also, that was a joke. No one come after me for that one. That was a joke. I don't want you to actually die. But metaphorically...
Mine wasn't a joke. Please get over yourselves.
Get over yourselves. Because I want as many people as possible to play Persona. I want as many people as possible to play all the games I fucking love. Exclusives are dumb. The only reason exclusives are good is because the developers that have to, like, the publisher, like Sony and Microsoft, have to actually put effort in because they are console sellers, so you usually get high quality games. You usually get games that third parties won't make is usually the reason why exclusives are good. But the fact that they're locked on one console isn't fucking good. It's terrible. And I think that, Persona 5 Royal will move. Everything else, Sega has moved everything else. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner or later. Why not now? We're not talking about PC either, but I'd also guess if it's coming to Xbox, it'll also come to PC. But there you go. That's it.
Dude, Persona on PC means mods.
Hell yeah, which means...
And that sounds hilarious.
I don't,
God.
I honestly...
I don't know what could come of it, but it sounds hilarious.
Honestly, it'd be honestly great. If people could, get into it, so much that they could basically make their own game with that engine, I'd be like, that'd be fucking sick. If people could mod it, the way that they kind of broke down Pokemon games and stuff like that, that'd be sick. Or just randomizers are going to be, cool and stuff like that. Imagine... side note, imagine real quick. Imagine, if one mod that I'll probably buy it for is fucking New Game Plus, where you can have all the characters, which we've said on the podcast before would be a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Just being able to use characters like Akechi and Kasumi in early game instead of having to wait
Anywhere.
to palette. Yeah, like that'd be great. Also, just party randomization. Imagine getting into the first dungeon and having your first fucking companion be like Makoto or something, and it's just like even like they're just there. Be a cool idea. Anyway, I digress.
Dude, move randomization.
Genuinely, like
having like Makoto with Maragi.
Yeah, dude,
that'd be rad.
Yeah, imagine that'd be
Matador with a Mojito.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. But alas, we're not here to talk about PC games. We're not predicting PC gaming show either, because none of us are watching it because we don't have 3 hours of our lives to waste on a load of strategy games when most of us don't play games on PC. I'm sorry. Apologize. But
Ethan didn't tell me to pay attention to it, so I didn't pay attention to it.
It's because I won't pay attention to it, because something cool will happen.
Ethan could have told me to pay attention to it, and I'll be like, I'll wait for the headline.
Yeah, exactly.
Also that.
Exactly. I'm not going to bring it up, because Hunter will just be like, no, I don't think I will. So it's like, okay, cool. Good talk. Good talk. But I'm sure something that Hunter will have... I'm hoping Hunter has an interesting prediction for this next conference. Bethesda.
Yes, Bethesda.
I'm hoping that Hunter has something that isn't just this game gets announced. We'll see. I want some spiciness from you, Hunter. You see, I want something where you predict what the game's about or whatever. So I'm going to throw it to you. What's your first prediction?
Okay, so this one is just an announcement, but it's also predicated on a very important thing of Ghostwire Tokyo has to come out when they say it will. Because I feel like they're... the chances of them teasing the next project for Tango Gameworks, if Ghostwire is like good to go, or looks like it will be good to go, is high, and that will probably be The Evil Within 3.
Okay. You think they're gonna tease The Evil Within 3 at the show?
Probably just like a cryptic bloody hallway and a logo, but you know.
Okay, I've got counter offer, dude. Trade offer here. Counter pick. You ready for this? Because this is one I wrote down. Ghostwire Tokyo is shown delayed to early 2022 to give room to Deathloop. Also, very specific here, exclusivity to PlayStation is not mentioned at all. They show the game, they give it a release date of early 2022. They don't mention the fact that it's only on PlayStation because they don't want to mention PlayStation. That is genuinely it. It is still only on PlayStation for 6 months or 12 months or however long that exclusivity deal is. The only reason I say this is Microsoft could do the whole, oh, we don't care about the PlayStation X, just chuck it up. If it does shit, who cares? We'll just put it on the Game Pass later. We haven't... Here's the thing, right? Deathloop has been delayed, yes, but we keep seeing that video game. That game keeps getting shown off. We haven't seen Ghostwire since they said October 2021 in like June 2020. And it's like, we haven't seen that game since. I don't believe, like, I feel like if it was still coming out in October, we would have heard about it by now. That's just me. It's one of those things.
Maybe we'll hear about it next week, Ethan.
Hey.
Think about it.
I mean,
He
part
says
of this
it will be shown and then delayed.
I think it will be shown, but I feel like it's got a high chance of getting delayed.
So you're saying they're delaying it to make room for Deathloop?
That and right.
Time to breathe.
I
was gonna say I don't think Deathloop needs them to do that.
I think that is the reason that they'll give. I think if they give a reason, like, and I'm not saying they're going to say this at the conference. I'm saying that if someone during E3 asks Pete Hines, who's the head of Bethesda, if they ask Pete Hines, hey, why is Ghostwire Tokyo delayed? I think he will say something along the lines of, well, we have Deathloop coming out in late September, and we want to make sure that everyone has a chance to pick up everything, and basically don't want to send it out to die. I believe the real reason will be it's not fucking ready. That's what I think the reason is. But I feel like if they're going to give a reason, instead of them going, it's not finished, I feel like they're 100% more likely to just go, it's Deathloop got pushed and we're just giving everything room. That's my guess. I will admit, part of this, and why I'm hoping is, because it is my counter pick on the HDO draft. Go and check that out if you haven't heard of it. And I want to get 0 on that. Because I don't think it's going to... Because I've never thought that game's coming out this year. And I still stand by it. It's June. I don't think we'll hear... I really doubt it. But them teasing something new, I think it's 100% possible with the delay. I don't see why not. Especially because Ghostwire is exclusive to PlayStation for a timed period. I'd 100% see them being like, yeah, this is the latest 2022, but look what's coming next from these guys that'll be exclusive to Xbox. This is what you care about. And then they'll show, whatever, Evil Within 3. Whatever. But no, there you go. I've ranted enough. Kyle, biggest fan of Bethesda over here. Kyle, he loves Bethesda. He loves his Bethesda games. He plays every single one of them. What's your prediction, Kyle?
Absolutely. I have played every Bethesda game and definitely know what they all are and definitely didn't hate myself writing my list. I think that I only have 2 things on my list. I'm a level with y'all. Okay. I'm just prefacing this before we start.
It's 2 more than Game Pass.
Yep. I think that we're gonna see some stuff on Starfield.
Okay. Is that it?
I don't know. I don't know what Starfield's about. I didn't do that much research. I looked up what people thought were going to show up at the Bethesda thing.
Okay,
and they said Starfield, and my next one, Elder Scrolls 6. And I'm like, cool.
Okay, I've got one about Starfield. Starfield is re-announced, and it's given a late 2022 release date, where they say something like, late 2022 or like second half of 2022. They do give it a 22 release date. Here's my full thing.
You're
Todd
not
Howard.
A believer in all this early 2022 March chatter.
No, that game's not coming out in March. No way. Especially if I was Xbox right now, I'd literally look at it and go, okay, if PlayStation's releasing Horizon and Nintendo might potentially be releasing Breath of the Wild 2, that is a period where even if it is a Bethesda game, I'd be like, we don't want to be there. Let's even move it to June or something. Like, let's just get out of that fucking period because...
Yes, abort.
Because even though, as big as Bethesda is, I feel like Horizon will be huge because it's already got an established audience, and I feel like it's being cross-gen is going to be massive for that game because I feel like everyone will be buying it, whether they have a PS5 or not. And Breath of the Wild 2 is the most anticipated sequel in the long period of time, like one of the most anticipated sequels in video game history. You don't want to be there, especially when you're trying to establish a new IP. Some people might see Starfield and not even realize it's Bethesda. So
it's true.
Late 2022 is what I'm saying. Here's my full meme answer. Todd Howard will walk on stage and declare it the next generation of RPG. He'll also talk about all its new and interesting features, but it will still look like a game that belongs on Xbox One because it's on the old Bethesda engine. I quoted it as stuck on this old shitty engine. Most people won't get the hype.
4 times the size of Fallout 3.
He'll say something like that. He'll be like, 4 times the size of Fallout 76, twice the detail. Something along those lines. He'll basically do his whole spiel. He'll get up on stage again and tell everyone what it is and do the whole spiel where he walks around going, "Aren't I great? I'm Todd Howard. Hi. Look at me.
I'm Todd Howard.
I'm in my late 40s, early 50s, but I look like I'm 22. How's it going, guys?" like genuinely. That guy doesn't age.
I'm just like you guys.
Honestly, put Todd Howard on the same list as fucking Paul Rudd of people that just don't age, dude. Like, genuinely. He just doesn't.
Him and Jerry Trainer.
Jerry Trainer also doesn't age. Yeah, put them all on the list.
He's 40.
Dude. Paul Rudd,
and
Jerry Trainer, Todd
like,
Howard. Yeah, genuinely.
Real quick, I was watching that trailer for the new iCarly show. Jerry Trainer looks the fucking same.
He genuinely does.
Honestly.
Genuinely does. He has a few laugh lines on his forehead, but that's about it, dude. He has a few laughter lines, but that's about it. Final part is, most people won't get the hype from this initial trailer because they'll just think, oh, it's Fallout or Skyrim in space. But Bethesda fans will be ecstatic. Will be ecstatic and will forget all about the lies Todd made during the Fallout 76 reveal. That's my full spiel. And speaking of, I'll just roll this back, seeming that kind of rolled off of yours, Kyle. Fallout 76 gets another update. They act like the game's successful and double down on the future of the game and just act like nothing happened and nothing was bad. They're just going to keep going with it. That's my prediction for
one
Go for it, Hunter.
regarding their stupid service games.
Yeah, Hunter.
There's there's a update, or there's like an expansion or whatever hot garbage they do for Elder Scrolls Online.
That's a good one. Did not put that on there.
Because they always seem to do that when Bethesda has conferences for this.
Is that your full next prediction?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Kyle, are you going to mention Elder Scrolls as a prediction? Do you think they're going to show it? Do you really?
Elder Scrolls 6, I think there's going to be some kind of a trailer and either a 2022 or a 2023 release.
Fucking yeah, okay.
2022 is very generous.
I do.
Bro,
right.
I don't give a shit about Bethesda.
Here's my prediction.
This is very hard for Kyle.
Here's my prediction. Elder Scrolls 6 is
Wake
not
me
mentioned.
up when we're at the next conference.
Yeah, here's my full prediction. Elder Scrolls 6 is not mentioned in the slightest. If anyone asks them about it in an E3 interview, they'll say that they're just talking about Starfield right now, and Elder Scrolls 6 will come out in 2026 to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Skyrim, the previous entry in the franchise, because Bethesda's slow as shit.
2024 or 25, but
I could see it coming out in like 2024 the earliest, like maybe 2023 if you're lucky, but that means that they'd have to be working on both at the same time. But it kind of leads into my next prediction. Oh, I didn't mention it actually. Did I not mention that about Xbox? Oh, I didn't. Guess I'm not mentioning it then. But I guess I'll throw it in here just to say the reason I don't think they'll mention Elder Scrolls is because I think that they're not going to until Xbox releases Avowed, which was Obsidian Skyrim that they were working on before they bought Bethesda. I feel like that's going to come out first.
That's true.
I'll also say this for bonus, like just for swag points, because I don't get to say anything now about this because I forgot to mention it in the first place about Avowed. That it looks very much like Skyrim, but here's my thing. But it focuses more on the magical and mystical elements rather than just your generic kind of role-playing fantasy. I feel like it's going to go more into magic and mystic stuff than Skyrim and Elder Scrolls usually does. That was my differentiator. Why am I saying that? Because in the trailer, the guys very clearly got like magic on.
Yeah, like magic hands.
Whereas that is an option. That is an option in Elder Scrolls. I know Elder Scrolls fans don't come after me, but I just feel like that's a weird thing to show straight away. So I feel like magic and mystic stuff. That's my thing. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, I have to make a prediction. That's it. I have to make an actual prediction. Damn it.
Hi, Ethan. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys. I've been a big fan. Okay, I'll go with this one. Wolfenstein 3 is formally announced. It's an Xbox exclusive and will be the final game in the Wolfenstein trilogy. It'll be set in the 1980s, right after the shitty co-op game they released a couple of years ago that no one liked. You'll be playing as Blazkowicz and his daughters. You'll be swapping throughout, playing as different characters throughout. Co-op will return, but it is a return to form for the series, focusing on staying to its roots and removing the terrible RPG and microtransaction bullshit they tried to add in Youngblood. That is my full prediction, is back to its roots, but they're keeping the co-op and they're removing the microtransactions because they're under Xbox now and don't have to do those bullshit shitty things. That is my full prediction. That is probably... I find it funny because I'm not even a Wolfenstein fan, but I went into very specific detail with that one, and I don't know why. But
you
hey,
did.
There you go. Hunter, do you have any more?
I feel like similar to the Tango Gameworks thing.
Yeah.
They probably had Arcane come up with, I don't know, something to show for a next project.
Interesting.
I don't really know what it would be. Probably a new IP.
Mm-hmm. One that I did say to go with Arcane is definitely will get a final trailer. It's not being delayed anymore. It'll get a final trailer. My final one, this is my balls to the wall one, my final one for Bethesda that I don't think will happen, but hey, it'll make Hunter happy. So, we'll say it. A very small teaser for the Doom Eternal sequel will be released. No date, no anything, but they will basically just say Doom 3, whatever you want to call it, Doom 3 Eternal, whatever you want to call it, is in the works.
Doom Eternal. It's a roguelike where Doomslayer
yeah.
is stuck in an infinite loop.
But no, I know the DLC only finished in like March or February of this year, but I do believe that they will give a tease saying, "Herdy-dur, Doom is happening. Well done, everybody," and everyone will clap and go, "Didn't see that one coming. Well done." But it'll be a very small teaser. There won't be. I don't even know if they'll announce the title. I just genuinely think they'll just be like, "Doom. We're still making Doom."
Yeah, I could see that it's just as small as the first one for Eternal, where it was just Doom guy walking up to, I don't know, some kind of ominous background.
Yeah,
and walking into it.
Something like that. Dog on our end, by the way.
Yeah.
But there you go. That was our Bethesda talk, I guess. Good job, everybody.